Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools the Perfect Trainer has. That is the assessment module. Before we get going on how to perform an assessment, let's look closer at what the assessment is. All right, so the assessment module is going to go through 8 exercises. It's going to go through the single leg anterior reach, right foot, left foot. It's going to look at the front view, side view, and back view. Same thing with the left leg. Then it looks at the left leg squat, single leg squat, and then it looks at the right leg single leg squat. So you have the anterior reach and the single leg squat. That's 2 of them. Then it goes to your parallel stance squat. Again, front, side, and back views. Then it goes to your lunges, right lunge and left lunge. You can do these alternating or you can do these consecutive. So in other words, I kind of like to look at the right leg. Give me 10 reps for the right leg. That's basic. A little bit more advanced is if you give me right leg, left leg, because you don't have a chance to adjust. But I'll give them the chance to adjust and say, give me 10 with the right leg. That's easier for me to look at, see how many successful reps, my notes, all that. And then I'll have the left lunge. Got it? So you can do single lunge or alternating lunge, up to you. So we have anterior reach, single leg squat, squat, lunge. Then we have the push-up, front, back, and side views. Then we have the recline pull, front, which is rare view because this would require just something to drop right from the ceiling. But sometimes you have bars where you can step in front of, great. Recline pull from the side and from the back. Then we have the rotations with pivots, okay? These you can actually do alternating, but again, you can do single side so you can see everything on a single side and really see the compensation, and then you can go to the left side. Rotations without pivot, this kind of measures stiffness, all right? So these are 8 movements that we have incorporated in the assessment. This took us about 20 years to develop, and it's yours for free here at the Perfect Trainer. Okay, after this assessment, you get a report, and then from the report, you'll be able to print PDFs, send this report to text or WhatsApp or email, and then you'll be able to create a program. Now, let's take a look how we actually perform the assessment. I want to take my time and go through this nice and slow because this is a very powerful tool, not only that will assist you in programming, but will help you market your services. All right, so 2 ways we can get to the assessment so you can't get lost. You can create an assessment here, or you can go to the assessment here. It doesn't matter because it's going to take you basically to the same place. So let's stay here with assessments, stay on the left side here. Okay, so what happens is it'll take you to some existing clients that you may have, all right, that already have assessments, okay? If you go this way, look, create assessments, it takes you to the same place. So if your client already has an assessment, you can show your assessment. But no, we want to create a new assessment. So both ways, no matter how you get there, has this start assessment button in the upper right hand. And this is where we're going to go. All right, now, here we'll show you all your clients, and you can select to have a new assessment for John Smith, a new assessment for Rio Santana, any client that you have here. But let's say that you have a new person on the floor you just met, and he's not looking too good. You say, man, let me analyze you really quick. And you don't want to make him a member yet. You don't want to do the whole profile thing. You say new client. So we can go John, last name, Smith 2, so we can identify him. The phone number 561 or whatever number you want, 37755, and that email will be jcs@123gmail.com. Okay? Boom. You're ready to go. You start your assessment, and in pops the first assessment, which is the single leg contralateral anterior reach. All right, so we're going to have the person do some reps, about 10 reps from the front, from the side, and from the rear on the right leg, and then we're going to have them do on the left leg. So from the front, the only thing you can see is that knee go in or out. Let's say it goes in. From the side, let's say you can say this knee goes forward, he's trying to use a lot of leg, or this heel goes up, he's trying to use a lot of quads, or the backgrounds, which is going to be the most common. Bam. All right, from the back, you'll see the hip probably collapse, And if it collapses downward, this leg will probably go to the inside. And you can say, well, he only did 2 reps that were pretty decent, and he reached. This is a place to put general notes. You can put if there's pain, if he's complaining, if there's something really weird that you see, or I like also to see put pain and the level of reach here. Did he reach to the knee? Did it reach to the shin? Did it reach to the foot? So all of that here, you can put pain in right knee, and then you can say reached to say knee. So this person is really not advanced. Next, I'm going to go a little faster now because now you can see, all right, here he completed 4 reps. The knee went to the outside, the knee went forward, the heel went up, and this hip went up. No pain, but he reached to knee. So I kind of have some general information. And now I'm going to go a little faster, okay? You can put knee went in, rounded his back, hip collapsed, and he only produced 3 decent reps. 90-degree at knee. So you know it was not a super deep squat. Then you go to the left leg. That one went out, this rounded, that one went up. And he only produced 2 good reps. And then here he only bent knee to 45 degrees. So you know this one is not really good. He didn't bend the knee a whole lot. And you can even say here, knee pain. All right, here we go faster. Both knees collapsed, back rounded, which is what you're going to see, and heels went up. Oh, it's a mess. You know what? He tilted. What the heck? And he looked like garbage here. He did only 2 correctly that you were happy with, and you go 90 degrees of knee flexion. All right. Knee goes in. He tilted forward. He's a mess, and butt went back. He only did on the right side of the lunge. He only went 2 good reps, and you can just say knee pain. Here you go. Went forward, knee went out, heel went in, and butt collapsed here on the back. Okay, knee pain again. So this guy's a mess, right? Oh, and let's give him 3 reps. All right, now he goes to the push-up. Okay. So you saw the shoulder blades collapsed here. Boom, I didn't like that. The butt tilted from the back. The hips went up. The core sagged. Oh, my God. 0 reps. Could barely hold plank position. Here, this angle is pretty tough to see. You would have to have something from the ceiling. But the most common angle, let's say that you saw this and you were able to see this and the hips were not straight. This is a most common view. And what happens is the scapula's protract and the back rounds, the butt falls, the knees flex. That's when it's a total mess. And when from the back, you can easily see this in most scenarios. And you can see that the back is not held flat, that the scapulas go inward and backwards, and it's horrible, okay? And you can say, well, he did 3, and very important, this angle here on the recline pull. Bang, you can say 45-degree decline, so you know that he's not on the floor, right? So you know that this guy is not an advanced. It's not like he messed up in an advanced position. He was a 45, which is an easy position, and he messed up. So you know that this is not very good. Okay, now we go to the rotations with pivot that measure hip rotation. And obviously everybody's tight at the hips, so the knees will go out, and if you see their foot, their shoe will be distorted. They'll go to the outside of the foot there, and then here, one side will be good, the other side will be bad, or both sides are bad. Bang, bang, nothing, 0. Super tight hips, no internal rotation. Okay, and here what we measure is when they move with this rotation without pivot, when they move, do their hips shake? So in other words, if they had change in their pockets, would you hear that change? And if the answer is yes, or you see this shaking, they have no core stiffness, or at least no control of core stiffness. And this is either a yes or a no. This guy doesn't. No core stiffness. Bam, we finish. And look at this report. Every single radio dial that you filled in has a specific, for example, the front view of the right leg anterior reach showed your right knee translated outward, demonstrating a weakness in your right glute, right hamstring, and right paraspinal. For every radial dial, you will have this. Every single thing that you noticed will be here. You will also see dominant leg on things that are single limb, like a lunge or single leg anterior reach or a single leg squat. You will see which leg is dominant. You will see the completed reps. Obviously, you're not going to see any dominance on the squat, but you can certainly see dominance in the lunges. Push-ups, of course, it's bilateral movement. So you're just going to see successful reps. Same thing with rotations, with pivot, without pivot. So we just looked at 8 exercises. The single leg anterior reach, the single leg squat, the lunges, the push-up, the recline pulls, the rotations with pivot, and rotations without pivot. So you can go in and edit anything if you want to. So you can go, all right, share this assessment. So I can go here. The easiest way, you can QR code it, but the easiest way is to go bam. You copy the clipboard, you go to your text. I'm going to send it to myself. And then you go like this, bam. You send it to your client will see this. They open up and they see this beautiful report. Who does that? Okay, and then you can tell that client you just met, listen, and this will take about 10 minutes. Here's what you did. Here's what you didn't do. Hey, based on what I'm seeing here, I think we can help you with the posterior chain. I think we can help you to balance your right leg and left leg a little bit more. So when you're jogging, your back doesn't hurt because you're asymmetrically rotating. This is how you can sell your services. And somebody has this in their phone or in their email and they're going, wow, this is awesome. If you want to, you can create a program real quick. Here's a simple program. You want a functional training or do you want 100%? Let's say functional training. And there it is. It gives you a 1-day total body program to address all of the weaknesses that you saw. You can address Tom. You can say it was Tom, phase, rehab. Save program. Boom. You can save it. Tom was successfully saved. You can save it there. All right? So you can do whatever you want with this. And so now, if you go back to, and see, it lists him as a guest. So now, John Smith was your client. Rhea was your client. They're active clients. This is status. This is not active. Why? You just met this guy, so he's listed as a guest. So you can follow up. And that is why, if you look at the profile, that's why we have this information. So you can follow up. Hey, this is JC Santana from the Institute of Human Performance. I talked to you 2 days ago and gave you the evaluation that we give our elite athletes and elite clients. How would you like to get started to see if we can better your performance in jogging or if we can better your symptoms of your lower back pain? That's how you sell this, guys. Nobody's providing this kind of report. Nobody's providing this kind of assessment. And that is how the assessment module works for the perfect trainer.